in the first part again, in the first part of the TOEFL test, you have 15 questions. You have to complete with one of the options. Yes, and so just 15 questions, and in the last part, you have from question 16 to 40. Yes, you have four words, and you have to tell which one is wrong. Then one of them is wrong. You have to tell which one is wrong. You don't have to correct it, but you have to tell which one is wrong. Yes, okay. But you need some basic information before that I'm going to give you to make it easier for you to answer a TOEFL test. Okay. Okay. How to answer the section part one of the grammar section in TOEFL. Okay, number one, identify the number conjugated verbs. What is a conjugated verb? Yes. A conjugated verb is present simple. Yes. Like for example, work, play, study. Yes. Run, eat, sleep. Okay. These are present simple. Yes. Okay. Third person verb. Third person verb. Yes. Or yes. Or works, plays, studies, runs, eats, sleeps. Past simple verbs. Yes. Worked, played, studied, ate, ran. Okay. ING verbs. Present participle. Well, present participle. Present participle. What is present participle? Is an ing. If, but only if it is preceded by an auxiliary verb. Yes. Okay. For example, working, playing, studied, studying, working, playing, studying, eating, running. These words are not verbs. They are not verbs unless they are preceded by an auxiliary verb. In this case, the verb to be. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, and I always tell a student, okay, I am working in the park. What is the verb? Working. No. What is the verb? Working. That is the action. What is the verb? I'm working. So we are looking for the verb phrase. Yes. So when I tell you what is the verb, it's the verb phrase. What is a verb phrase? Work, is working, will be working, has been working. Yes. So the action and the auxiliaries. Okay. Okay. And past participle verbs. What is a past participle verb? Ed or irregular. But what is the difference between past simple and past participle? If you translate it, I played, yo jugué. I have played, yo he jugado. So when I tell students, past participle, what is past participle? Had oído in Spanish. Had oído tos ocho, ¿no? Had oído tos ocho. Corrido, bebido, jugado, nadado. Escrito. Ajá. Deseoso. Ok. Tos ocho. Dicho, ¿no? Okay. So, if they are preceded by an auxiliary verb, yes, by an auxiliary verb, okay. My friends, okay. I always show my students, these are my friends because they always appear there on like this group, yes. And you go out from the group and they include you again, so it's useless fighting them. Can you see my WhatsApp?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good.
We can.
Thank you. My secret messages. This is the problem with showing WhatsApp to your student, no? That sometimes, that's why I say, I always tell the students, I'm going to show you my WhatsApp, but you will see this group all the time, so don't be scared. Okay. If they are preceded by an auxiliary verb, for example, is, worked, will be, played, studied, no? The concepts were studied. The pizzas have been eaten, no? Eaten, yes. The marathon would have been run. Habrá sido corrido, no? Okay. So these are now infinitives. Infinitives are not verbs. Yes. For example, to work, to play, to study, to eat, to read, to run are not verbs. Yes. So this is the first thing. Infinitives are not verbs. Okay. Infinitives are not verbs. Number 2, yes, present participles. Participles without auxiliaries. Auxiliaries are not verbs. Yes. So for example, if I have working hard is nice. Working is not a verb. Working is the subject. Yes. For example, playing. He is a playing man. Okay, playing is an adjective. Yes. This is the studying room. No. Studying is an adjective too. So present participles are nouns or adjectives by themselves, just alone. No? Okay. Studying, eating, and running. Okay, and finally past participles without auxiliaries are not verbs. Yes. So for example, worked, studied, played, ate, and run are not, sorry, eaten and run are not verbs if you translate them and they are had oído tos ocho and before them they don't have an auxiliary. Okay. Yes or no? Okay. For example, here, how many verbs are there? Based, is this a verb?
No, this is
No.
not.
Was composed, is that a verb?
Yes,
Yes. Came is a verb?
yes,
Yes. And was, is that a verb? Was and
yes.
were are verbs. Okay, so how many verbs do we have? Yes, these are verbs. Was, were, these are verbs. So based is not a verb because it's basado,
Exactly.
adoído, it's and we don't have an auxiliary, this is not a verb. So we have one, two, three verbs. Okay? Okay, based on that information, how many verbs you have? It's the number of verbs, the number of conjugated verbs, yes, or the number of verbs. I'm going to say the number of verbs that are the ones that I showed you before, conjugated verbs, yes, are the number of sentences that you have. Yes? So, in other words, the number of verbs equals the number of sentences. Okay? The number of verbs equals the number of sentences. So, in the previous sentence that we read, we have three verbs. So, how many sentences we have? Three verbs. So, if you have the number of sentences, the number of sentences is the number of subjects, verbs, and probably complements you will have. Yes? Okay, so the number of verbs is the number of sentences. The number of sentences, or number of verbs too. The number of verbs or the number of sentences. Sentences equals to of the number of subjects, verbs, and complements. Yes, the complements are optional. Yes, so not necessary. Okay, so if I have three sentences, it's because I have three subjects, three verbs, and probably three complements. Okay. Number three. Number three. The number. We are finishing in 10 minutes. Yes. The number. The number of the number of the number of verbs minus 1 e the number of verbs minus 1 is the number of markers that you need, yes, that you need to have. Okay, so we have, what is a marker? Connector of sentences, yes, in this case, or linker you can call them, or conjunction, connector of sentences, yes, connector of sentences, yes. Okay, so okay, number of verbs minus 1 number of markers. Okay. Okay. Another thing that you need to know is the order of sentences is subject plus verb plus complement. Yes? So complement. In other words, in other words, is subject plus verb plus complement. Yes? If you invert the order, you indicate it with a comma. Yes? If you invert the order, you indicate it with a comma. So you can begin a sentence with complement, comma, plus subject, plus verb, plus complement. Yes? Sentences are connected by using markers. Yes? Okay? Subject plus verb plus complement plus marker plus subject plus verb plus complement. Yes? Okay? If the marker comes before, the sentence was inverted, and a comma must be used. Yes? Okay? These are tips, grammar tips that I have invented. Yes, nobody has. I haven't. You will not find them in a book. Okay. Okay. So it's my experience. So marker, subject, verb, complement. Okay. Comma plus subject, verb, complement. Okay. For example, order of a sentence. Yes. I study. No, let me put it here. I study English, no? I study English at UNAM. Okay? At UNAM, comma, I study English. I study English, yes? Okay? Subject, verb, complement, connector. Okay. I study English because I want to find a good job. Okay? So, and the order can be inverted, no? Because I want to find a job, I am studying English, yes? Okay? Okay, do you remember Winnie the Pooh, the memes of Winnie the Pooh? Yeah? When Winnie the Pooh says, tengo hambre, ¿no? But he's Winnie the Pooh, the normal Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh elegant, no? And he says, I'm starving, no? And Winnie the Pooh like a king, no? So like a prof. So well, this is the same thing. Okay, a person who does not have experience answering these exams says, based on the premise that life was composed of colors, the impressionists came to the conclusion. Yeah. What is impressionist? Oh, I don't understand the same premise. Premise one, I don't understand it. Oh, I suppose the answer is no. Okay, so this is what they do. What do you have to do? You are pros answering exams. So you will say number of verbs Base, this is not a verb, was composed, one verb. Came, verb, two verbs. And in the options I have another verb, so I have three verbs. I need two markers. This is the marker because because the structure is verb, verb, subject, marker, no? Verb, subject, marker. What do I need here? I need marker, subject, verb. Marker, subject, verb. Marker, subject, verb. Tell me an option that includes marker, subject, verb. Which was that shadows? No, that shadows were.
Letter D.
The answer is because I say based on the premise that light was composed of colors, the impressionists came to the conclusion that shadows were not really black. What is the meaning of this sentence? I don't know. Yes, what so I don't know the meaning, I don't know what the message is about, but I understand the structure, and this is what they want you to do. Yes, for example, here this comma tells me that this is the subject, this is the verb, this is the complement. Must be appointed is the verb, so this is the subject. So what do I have here? Maybe the complement. Yes. Okay, so I only have one sentence because here I don't have verbs. Well, this is a verb, but I discard it because it doesn't have a subject, so I cannot say considers. So we have these three options. They are not verbs because this is an ing without auxiliary. This is an infinitive, and they consider what? So I have two options: to be considered and considering. What is the answer? B. Why? Because infinitives, one of the purpose of infinitives is to express purpose. So in other words, infinitives answer the question why. So if I start reading from here, I say the prime minister must be appointed on the basis of the distribution of parliament of power in the parliament. Why? To be considered a parliamentary system. Yes. Okay. So another thing here, how many verbs? Introduces. Becomes is not a verb because it's in italics, is part of the, okay, introduces. What do I need to do? Complete the subject. Yes, of the play. A teacher play is a verb. After articles we don't have verbs. This is a noun. The play, la obra de teatro. Okay. So what is the answer? Okay, something that we have to do is use evidence from real life. Do you like popcorn, guys? What is your favorite popcorn that you can prepare at home when watching movies? It comes in bags and you put it in the microwave. What is the name of the brand of that famous popcorn?
Microwave.
No.
Act 2.
Act
Act
2.
two. Yes.
So what is the answer?
The act. No.
Act
First act.
2. Act 2. The answer is Act 1.
Act 1. Act 1.
Okay, another way to find parallelism. This is parallelism, yes? Okay, or finding what is similar. Okay, Act 2, Act 1, Act 3. Okay, do you like books? Okay, books are divided in, not in scenes. Yes, books are divided in, I'm going to chapters, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Yes, so movies are divided in scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Yes, sagas are divided in episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. So what is the answer? Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Yes, what is as soon as? As soon as is a marker, yes or no? Connector of sentences. What do I need after a marker? Subject, verb, complement. I have subject, verb, complement, subject, verb, complement, subject, verb, complement. This is not subject, this is not verb. I eliminate this. I have these three options. This is in future, present simple, present continuous. Yes? Well, what topic does this information have to do with? Literature? No, right? Acid, salt, water, chemistry,
Chemistry.
science. Okay? A fact. True facts are always spoken or referred to in present simple. So the answer is marker, subject, verb in present simple because this is science. Yes? Okay? For example, this to answer accurately is more important than if you compare apples, you compare apples with apples, bananas with bananas. Yes? Okay? So this is an infinitive. It's more important than an infinitive to finish quickly. Okay, so I'm going to send you the exam TKT exam of module 1. We are going to answer this next class. Yes, but if you want, I can send you the whole TOEFL exam so that you can see it. Check, analyze the section 2 only the section 2. Check if you can answer it, and next week we discuss why you answer like that. Yes? Okay? So this week only is answer the TKT exam so you can see the module 1 how it is. Yes, next week we will review quick thing of module 2. We are going to answer exercises of grammar and probably study another part of some more information of TKT, sorry, the more specific information of TKT, and probably we will check listening or reading. Yes? Well, I hope the tips you learned today are useful. Yes? Okay? So, just one thing. When you are teaching classes, focus on students' communication. If students are not communicating, putting 3 sentences at least together coherently, yes, with connectors, things like this, they are not communicating. If they say, what color is this? Black, that is not communication. What color is this? It is black. Yes, that it is black, that is communication. One idea. Can the student put 5 or 6 ideas together? Yes? Yes, okay. He's communicating. Can he put it in written form without mistakes, with punctuation? Yes? That is your focus. The students are constructing sentences, they are connecting them well. 3 sentences in my class. If my student could reproduce 3 sentences with correct structures, with correct punctuation in my class, good. He's advancing. My student gave me all the answers correctly, yes, but he gave you phrases, single words. That's not communication. That is not useful for our purpose. Okay? Thank you. See you. It was a pleasure. Bye.
Thank you. See you.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 Bye.